Well, hello and welcome to yet another Shepton Mallet toy fair at the Bath and West Showground. And I'm joined once again by my friend Andy.
Hello again.
And here we are. Well, a little panning shots. We were there early bird. So we got in around 9 o'clock. I think the show opens around 10:30, doesn't it?
To the general public,
yeah.
Early birds at 8:30.
Right. We were there at 9. And we, some of the stalls were set up already. Some of them were in the process of being set up, weren't they?
Yeah.
And, there was a lot to see. I mean, it was a hot, sunny day. So we were just about done by about midday. There was a lot to see, wasn't there?
There was, yeah.
But it was a hot day, so I don't know how busy the show was today. I guess we'll find out in the fullness of time, won't we?
Yeah, it seemed a little bit down, but there was certainly at 10:30 that a lot of people came in.
There was, and there was a big old queue outside.
Yeah.
But I think they probably had a bit of competition with the sun today.
Maybe so.
Being a summer show.
Yeah, and some of the dealers who were normally there weren't.
That's true.
Yeah, Alan Paul wasn't there. Jordan from South Wales wasn't there. Maybe there's other fairs on elsewhere in the country.
That's true. And there is a northern one, isn't there? That was on. This is a stall, Scalextric stall, which it wasn't the same chap who was at Matford, I don't think.
No, different stock by the look of it.
Yeah, this guy didn't have any sort of vintage, whereas the Matford guy did.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this was a bit too far for him to come along. This is had some tin toys on this particular stall.
Yeah, there's a usual Shepton mixture, wasn't there?
There was quite a mixture, and yes, we had our usual, die casts and trains and all the rest of it. But there was just more of it, and it was better quality than I think we generally see at Exeter.
Yeah.
Some dealers come down from a bit further north. They say this is as far south as they dare come.
Yeah.
This is the limit. But that's good for us because there were dealers that we hadn't seen before, or ones we hadn't seen since the last Shepton, in fact, which has been a while. And in fact, the next one is in is it October?
Yes.
Yeah.
October the 6th, I think.
Yeah, you can always check out the Bulldog Fair's website, and they have a very lively Facebook page as well, which is quite cool.
Yes, it is October the 6th, and one after that I think is December the 1st, I think.
Right.
At Shepton.
Right, yeah. We did the December one last year. It was really good. And this was excellent. There was some good stuff. I mean, everyone I spoke to had found something, and found something decent as well.
Yeah.
Which was really good. I think anyone didn't buy anything was Dave, wasn't it?
Yes,
our friend Dave who came up with this. But he's quite niche with what he's looking for. We got, I suppose, broader tastes.
Yeah, he did spot something on a stall that he was humming and hamming about, came back and it had gone.
Right. A couple of Star Wars figures, wasn't it?
Star Wars figures from about 20 years ago.
Right. There you go.
You see them, buy them.
That's sort of the rule, isn't it?
Can,
particularly during setup stage, because if it looks like a bargain, potentially it probably is. Yeah.
Live and learn. We've all done it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We let stuff go and come back, and it's already gone. So here we are with Dave, Vintage Toy Rush. We finally get to meet two YouTubers in the flesh.
Yeah.
And no doubt we'll see Dave from Toy Pro here as well.
Yeah, indeed.
This is his home turf, so brilliant to finally meet you.
Yeah, it's fantastic to finally meet yourself as well.
Awesome.
I've been a follower of your channel for so long, so I don't get to Shepton Mallet very often, so I'm really glad to have made it today.
Well, if you've not gone over to Vintage Toy Rush, do check out Dave's channel because there's some good stuff there. Yes, it was good to meet him, and yes, there's that great poster. We weren't sure if it was even going to be here, were we?
Yeah,
now, he when I got up there, I was actually with Dave at the time. He'd just shown it to somebody else.
All right.
Someone else had shown interest. Maybe they'd seen it on our last video and said, "Oh, have you still got that poster?" This is the rest of his stall.
Yeah, nice 1960s Captain Skull SPV we just saw there.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, that's a great toy. Well, it wasn't in the best shape and no box, but
no, it was original.
It was.
They were quite early, weren't they? Early 90s Simpsons stuff.
Yeah.
Don't see loads of that these days.
No, you don't seem too much. I mean, there's a lot of it about at the time.
Loads, yeah.
So this is up on the balcony.
I have, up on the balcony. I have many boxes still to get rid of. I'll get around to it soon enough.
Yeah.
But this was up on the balcony. So like last time, there were stalls. The downstairs was sold out completely. They went up to the balcony just like the good old days.
Yeah.
And it was busy, but we thought make a change or go up to the balcony quite early on, rather than leave it as an afterthought
Yes.
at the end of the show, and I'm glad we did, because it wasn't so packed up there.
Because I did buy something up on the balcony. So,
okay, excellent stuff. Certainly, they had some interesting stalls up there, and that was interesting. All those top trumps. Do you remember when top trumps came back in a big craze?
Oh yeah.
And that guy there had loads of them for £2.
Yeah, in that packaging. Yeah.
Each. £2 a set. This stall on the end, on reflection, they had some really keenly priced vintage Matchbox there.
Right.
Now I bought 2 of them, which we'll see at the end. But on reflection, I wish I bought a couple more.
Yeah.
They were very early.
Yeah.
Really early, like mid to late 50s
Yeah,
ones.
I can tell.
And you can see the prices were very keen.
Not bad at all. Yeah, this chap had some interesting.
He did indeed.
Quite a mixture. Some nice 60s, 70s Anderson stuff.
That's it. My eyes almost popped out when I saw, I don't think we'll see it in a minute. He had a Boba Fett, like a card, just like a file card for Star Wars. And there it is there, The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, yeah.
That was repro, but it was a very, very good repro. It was amazing.
Oh, right.
And that was the lovely astronaut.
Action, I do have one of those. Yeah, I haven't got a lot of Action Man, but I do have a loose one of those.
That one there is beautiful. It's 125. Yeah, it's complete, apparently.
It's almost complete.
And that's the view from the balcony. You see, as I said, it's still set up time. It's our friend Dave down the bottom there.
His backpack.
Yeah, and I thought grab a quick aerial shot, but it's not packed. So I was trying to get around it as quickly as possible. There was a lot of stalls to film.
Yeah.
And we've somehow condensed it into 40 minutes, which is it was a tough task. So I haven't some of the more generic stalls with the Hot Wheels, and some of the railway stalls I have skipped over a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of some interesting stuff.
He did
the Wacky Racers figures
very
there.
Unusual. Yeah. Never seen that.
Not seen those at a store before. I'm not sure when they exactly date from. They're not of the original period, but they're interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all sorts. A lot of the stores, real mixture of old and new.
Yeah, absolutely. And there were some genuine just collectors clearing out as well.
Yeah, there were.
A few people, and they're always good because they don't overprice. They want to sell it. They're sellers, not exhibitors, which I think is, we've seen it before. The same old stuff gets trotted out.
Yeah. This store we've seen a lot of before.
Yeah.
In previous videos.
And sometimes they've got stuff in quantity, mind you, but
yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Certainly they were still specialising in 90s stuff. Like, oh, this is 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Evidently their era, but we can very clearly remember all this in the shops. So it doesn't seem old to us at all.
In your shop.
Yeah, even in our shop. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
A few comics and things. Yeah. Nothing too special, I didn't think, in there. Nicely presented, but nothing real vintage.
Yeah.
A few retro games as well. Yeah, there was a few dotted around here and there.
There are plenty of people rummaging in the rummage boxes, and plenty of kids rummaging as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I did spot our friend Dave from Toy Ploy, but he was off in the distance.
He was around.
I didn't even get a chance to say hello this time.
I briefly said hi to him.
Yes. It's always a busy time at the fairs. You want to get around it and get everything filmed before it gets too busy, Nice mixture of stuff there.
Yeah. More recent, but nice. Was Action Man, James Bond one?
Yeah, they did a couple, didn't they, in the 90s?
They did a few, yeah.
Yeah.
They go for quite a bit now. Yeah, I've been to Toys R Us,
Yeah, that's right. A few of those corgis have got like yellow bubbles. They're the original ones, of course, aren't they? Which just, like so many things, have aged over the years, haven't they?
Notorious.
There's loads of repros now. Most of them, in fact, are repro, aren't they? They've been swapped out.
I think they would be now.
Yeah, it's a weird old situation that how stuff has changed.
Yeah.
So again, some slightly more modern stuff. A lot of Hot Wheels at this show, wasn't
Yeah,
there?
as always.
The weird thing is, I didn't see anyone buying it.
I
didn't see anybody buy
I saw
it.
people rummaging,
Yeah.
but buying, no, not really.
Not really, no. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, Andy.
Yeah.
But I hear Hot Wheels, the brand.
Yeah.
Those are quite nice, aren't they?
Yeah, this is Nick Mulford.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
toyhunter.co.uk.
Yeah, the Hot Wheels brand, I think they worked out that for every child in America, they own 10.
Really?
Every child in America, on average, would own 10.
I'm not surprised because they're everywhere.
They are absolutely everywhere, and they're dirt cheap.
They're a ubiquitous toy.
Yeah.
In recent decades,
Yeah,
aren't they?
absolutely huge. Yeah, absolutely huge. Open to offers.
Mm.
It's a train related bits and pieces. You know, one of these days we're going to watch this video and think, oh, I missed that. And we'll be in the car running back.
Yeah.
There's a fair bit of Matchbox at this show. The first time there's been a really good showing of it.
Right.
All sorts of prices, really. It was all over the place.
Okay.
There doesn't, I mean, you know, in the diecast price guide, it's pretty much, I thought, spot on. But people's, I don't know. I think maybe it peaked and maybe it's on a slight decline at the moment. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is.
The market, you know. But some good stuff around anyway.
Yeah, indeed.
I thought this store had some nice items.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
Boxed spot on diecasts there.
Yeah.
Very sought after. Didn't seem too badly priced either. Some of that stuff. Oh yeah, I saw the cards.
Yeah, got them.
Got them. As any regular viewers of this channel will know.
Indeed.
I've gone over those at length. But yeah, Matchbox, I see what you mean.
Yeah. I don't think there was much in there, to be honest, but I looked at a couple. But they were on my radar, obviously. They always are, aren't they? And I got some. Do my best, you know. Do my best.
Yeah,
there was a few Lego stores, wasn't there?
Yes.
We've seen them around, and they're starting to creep in. Well, they're a regular fixture, aren't they?
Yeah.
And this guy was at Matford. This is a really good idea, that the pick and mix.
Why not?
A really excellent way to do it.
There were people buying off the store.
We are DB bricks.
Yeah, saw a lady wandering around with one of those based mats.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? It is a good way of selling.
Yeah.
Your odds and sods.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was the box, 45. I mean, it just seemed the box, if it was a bit better, I might have been tempted.
Yeah, I do.
They are around, aren't they?
Yeah, I do have a loose one of those, actually.
Yeah. How ironic.
Yeah.
But it wasn't worth 45, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not in that condition.
Right.
So you haven't left, no regrets there.
Yeah, I'm not a DePaul Doctor Who there.
Hopefully going to be covering George's collection of that quite soon.
Yeah, he's got most of it.
Yeah, there's a lot though. There's so much, it really is. But we're going to give it our best shot.
Good video.
Yeah. It'll be quite a long one.
There's our friend Steve Haynes'
Indeed,
stall.
yeah. What more amazing stuff.
He had amazing stuff on this stall,
Really, really. A lot of it went straight away.
Yeah.
He was saying
he's come back from Chicago and brought a lot of stuff back with him. That Batman playset was nice. Fold out vinyl playset with the things. But he had all sorts. Yeah.
He brought that one out.
Yeah, the V rifle. Yeah, that had gone by the time before even we got there.
Well, someone had bought it already.
Yeah, already. It was put back. Yeah, they were nice. The very nice Planet of the Apes lunchbox there.
Yeah.
He did have they'd gone by the time you filmed it. A couple of boxed Remco monsters.
Right.
He had the Frankenstein one and the Mummy boxed.
Yeah. How much were they?
I know the Mummy went for $285. I would imagine the Frankenstein was in the same ballpark.
He's one of those guys that I guess as soon as you get in the door, you need to make a beeline.
Yeah,
but it must have been other dealers then who must have bought it off him.
No,
if they'd have already gone. Who knows?
Don't think it was dealers. No,
no.
Somebody had
just other early birders.
Somebody had them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd stay there long. You don't see them over here very often.
No.
Yeah, but he got a lot of stuff back from Chicago.
Right.
And sold a lot of it at Sandown, he said.
Yeah, see that a couple of dealers and punters said that they'd either spent out or they'd sold a lot at Sandown.
Really?
Which apparently must have been one hell of a show by the sounds of it.
I don't know what else he had.
Yeah.
But
pretty good. This is Julian's store, Final Frontier.
Yeah.
Our friend. Hoping to go down and film actually in Julian's store quite soon.
Yes, he's an interesting chap, Julian.
Yeah.
Some good stories. His collecting days and his selling days as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, some nice stuff. Yes, Dave Toy Polloy was having a look at this store.
Hmm.
He was having a look at the glow-in-the-dark Godzilla.
Yeah. He's just back from Japan. It's probably rubbed off on him again.
Maybe so.
Yeah. It's quite early, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite the mix. Some stores, unfortunately, they were still setting up where I was filming, but there was no real way around it.
Right.
I've covered what I could, but you need very quick running shoes to do it all.
Yeah,
just so much.
A bit of ground to cover, wasn't
there? Yeah, it was absolutely. Yeah, there absolutely was. But I really enjoyed the show. It was a really good atmosphere again. Everyone was really happy. The dealers were all happy. The punters were happy.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Bright summer's day.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see this?
Oh, tucked it away at the back. This was, wasn't it?
Could not. I was literally jaw on the floor when I saw this. Now I don't collect Playmobil, but this is best part of 3 stalls.
Yeah.
And what a collection!
Masses of it.
I've never seen anything like it. Absolutely astonishing. I mean, really, right back to the early stuff. They sort of inherited it, the 2 youngsters.
All right.
I think it was he said their grandparents started collecting it and sort of passed it on. I don't know how they started collecting, but there's so much of it.
Yeah, loads, isn't there?
Absolutely phenomenal collection. If you're into Playmobil.
Yeah, it wasn't the only store with Playmobil.
No, there's another one which we've got later on.
Yeah, which got Starship Enterprise.
That's right, which I'd never seen that. But this, look at really early stuff. Absolutely insane. Yeah. I was literally gobsmacked. I mean, I don't know how big the Playmobil market is, but
has its collectors.
Yeah, that was really something. The only thing missing was I remember seeing on stalls where they had like shop display figures.
All right,
like an actual figure, like the half human size. If you know what I mean. They didn't have any of those, but it's still very impressive. I mean, I really was. That was quite a shock. I have to say.
Collectors, you should have been there.
Yeah. Worth flagging that in the title, I think, because that was really something, that Playmobil store. And there, like you say, there's another one later on which we can have a look at.
Right.
More back to your normal stuff now.
Yeah, Diecast City.
Diecast City. Yeah, that's where we come.
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
Oh well, loads of people buying it today. Yeah,
I was sat
loads of people.
I was sat for a while, resting my feet.
Yeah,
next to a store which had a lot of old stuff, and they were busy.
Yeah,
and they were selling.
Yeah,
just all sorts of bits and pieces.
I did buy one vintage diecast this time round as well, which we'll see at the end.
Good.
And while I was doing that, because I was in agony, there was so much.
You don't see those often.
No, the TV toys,
yeah, TV series.
Yeah, I thought that actually.
Yeah, they're like Matchbox, but
in the old-fashioned TV boxes.
The boxes are just made to look like
TVs.
Old TV sets.
There were some old Gernet puzzles, but they were nothing. There was nothing rare there. So those were the ones that were 60s and 70s. So
all right.
I didn't ask him how much, but a $5 each would have been absolute top whack for those. They're all fairly common, and you can tell by the backs. Of the packages of the games.
All right.
Another nice store. We've seen this chap before. He has got some high quality stuff.
He does, yeah.
To me, it looked like a lot of it had gone since the last time we filmed it.
All right.
When he pulled out, some really outstanding stuff. It wasn't quite up to scratch so much this time round.
I think you looked at the bubble car last time, didn't you?
Yeah, and I looked at it again today, and it's too much wrong with it, really.
Right.
There was a chap, I said I bought one bit of vintage, and whilst I was looking at his store, he had another couple of sales while I was umming and ahhing and agonising, because there was 2 or 3 bits there that I fancied. But I think with my vintage, I'm trying to be so strict. And even now, it's a rare piece that I bought, but I wish the box was ever so slightly better. But, you can always wish for better, can't you?
depending on the rarity of the item, you've sometimes just got to lower your
a little
sights
bit,
a little bit,
just a little bit,
Just
and
a
that's
little
what I've had to do really. But the actual toy itself, Minters, and
Oh, good.
that's fine. So a bit of Subbuteo.
a little bit.
Always cover a bit of Subbuteo. World Cup there.
Yeah,
I think it was the World Cup. Wasn't it?
it was the Jules remake trophy, the original. Yeah,
Yeah. You can imagine the scene now playing for literally the World Cup.
yeah.
It's brilliant. In this box tab, loads of these sort of cheapish, dinky ones. I think they must be all reissues.
Yeah, they are.
Did they do like a Parkwork magazine?
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
Yeah, I wonder how. I mean, is that still going or
Don't know.
no?
But yeah.
Good way to collect them if they're cheap and cheerful, I suppose.
Yeah, if you just want ones.
I did have a look at these, and once again, not the best way really to display them. Okay for travelling, but you had to lift the lids, and the time you got in and that. He did have quite a rare one in there.
Oh, there's a Playmobil.
But yeah, here's the rest of the Playmobil stuff. Yes, indeed, the full Enterprise.
Yeah, £260.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad.
Wouldn't know.
There is a box at the back.
Yes,
so if that's the box
the
for
box.
it, and then all these ships and galleons. I mean, so this looks much more recent than the other stall.
Yeah,
and none of it. Well, almost none of it's boxed. It's loads of loose stuff. So
quite a range over the years.
Now this is very exciting. So this chap is from Plymouth, and we're going to be meeting up to discuss some potential paperback protection.
All right.
So he's doing all these action figures. He does them custom displays there. So Deflector DC. You can check the website out. But very, very excited about that. That might be very good.
Yeah, to be continued.
To be continued. Yeah. This is our friend. Is it Mark from Plymouth? The long-time Action Man collector.
Oh yeah.
Selling off all his bits and pieces. Just his doubles, of course. But yeah, very, very cheap. I thought. I'm not an Action Man guy, but the pieces just 20p. Yeah, the bits of uniforms and
bad,
that.
Is it?
Dirt cheap, I think. Yeah. I don't know if Dave saw this stall, Dave Toypaloy, but he's always looking for Action Man bits. I think he would have filled his boots.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. I know that Dave's video will be out quite soon.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I do like a bit of Action Man.
Yeah. I haven't got a single bit in my collection.
Have you not?
No. Not even the ones I had as a kid.
I don't know. It's nice stuff.
Yeah.
Good fun. Certainly had some back in the day when it first came out. Actually.
Right.
Yeah. A mixture again.
Yeah.
Old and new. Plenty of that around.
Some more 90s stuff. Predominantly 90s.
I've not seen this guy before, I don't think.
No. He said hello. He said he watches the channel. I can't remember his name now.
No, I don't.
But he did say he watches the channel.
Some interesting bits and pieces there. Mad balls and things like that.
Yeah.
Which certainly has its collectors.
Indeed. I see he had the IG-88 there, 995 for a loose complete one. It's got all the bits, including the rare gun.
All right.
And the bandolier strap across it, which is rare.
Right.
But £1,000 now. Wow.
Really? Maybe.
It's the rarest one of the run.
True.
Even so, that did seem expensive to me, But I don't know. I'm out of touch now, and I don't want to look it up. I don't want to know.
I wouldn't have a clue if that was a good price or not.
No. But yeah. How often do you see it? I think the first complete one I've seen in years, probably.
It was nice condition as well.
Yeah. Hence, you can ask the price, can't you?
I suppose so.
More Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Some of the diorama and stuff.
A bit of loose figures.
Some Britons and figures and cars. Yeah, all sorts really. It really was a lot to see.
Yeah.
There was a lot to see at this show, which is not a bad thing at all. We're better that way than turn up and you've done it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
There was so much, and even now I skimmed some stalls. I think I didn't really look in detail,
right?
Because there was a lot to get through. I was just conscious of the crowds coming. When it gets really difficult to film.
It did get busy.
Yeah,
it did get busy.
Yeah. But unless we get there, really at 7 o'clock when the people are really setting up, which is no point then. So you've got to try and pick our moments.
So lots of rummage boxes.
Yeah. Which they once again they've got their audience, and I think if you're bringing some young kids along, that's perfect for them, isn't it?
And there were certainly people diving into those at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
This chap sometimes has some interesting things.
He did. He had a Battle at the Sarlacc Pit game.
Oh yeah,
complete. It's just there, just on the right.
Oh yeah,
It was £35. Now I've seen incomplete ones sell on eBay without a box for £45.
wow.
And I pointed it out to a friend of ours who is into Star Wars, and he's actually got one like that. So he didn't want another one, but he's got a box complete one.
Right.
And before the doors had opened, someone had grabbed it. So
Really?
yeah, it had gone. So there you go. It is rare.
Yeah.
I saw a sealed one for £350. It went for £350. Still sealed, but because it's one of those pieces, it's got Boba Fett right in front of center on the box. So it's a bit of Boba Fett memorabilia, and also there's so many bits that can go missing. So a complete one is desirable, or a sealed one even better.
Yeah. So that would have been when
That was
Empire came out.
Jedi. That was
Jedi.
so in 1983, 84.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
A Karate Kid set.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often. Once again, a good little thing. If you see anything Karate Kid, it's worth grabbing. I was looking for a Kojak car. I didn't see next to any. I didn't see a small one because I'm after the larger Corgi Junior one.
Yeah.
And I did see a couple of bigger ones, but neither were up to shape quality wise. I am after a real minter, and then I'm going to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah. I think somebody bought that Scorpion tank.
All right.
I think I seem to remember seeing somebody walking out with that under their arm.
Cool. More Lego.
Yeah. Such a range.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, it just goes on forever, doesn't it? Lego. Yeah, quite incredible. You see that there? There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pack, all in a sealed six pack.
There it is.
And I asked, unfortunately, the person who ran the store wasn't there at the time,
right?
Because it was during setup. So I asked the person, it must have been his partner, and she didn't know. And I forgot to go back to ask.
Wonder.
But a sealed six. I mean, it had one of the top boxes was crushed slightly.
Right.
With the shrink pack had shrunk so much onto it.
Yeah.
And the actual models in there were quite common ones.
Yeah.
So that's probably how they would base the price. But it's probably £100, 150, something like that.
That's Space 1999 Eagle there.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, Product Enterprises.
No, that was something else.
Oh, was that different one again?
Was it? A later one.
All right.
Yeah.
This is interesting. These are steam contraptions by the look of it.
Yeah,
I've never seen those before.
Steam,
at the at Shepton. The Age of Steam. That's what it is.
A lot of 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And so 80s, 90s, all sorts.
Yeah, Vintro. Yeah, I think it's maybe the first time they come down.
Yeah, I didn't recognise the sign.
Yeah. I think as the dealers were confirming, they were being announced on the Facebook page.
All right.
It's quite a good way to tell if people are going to be there or not, really. A bit more Sabitia.
Yeah. And there was train stuff there, as we see.
Yeah, lots of train stuff. I mean, neither of us really collect trains, so we don't cover it like that. But it's definitely there at the show. Although perhaps less train stuff than we've seen.
Yeah, I think
possibly.
It seems to be a bit more at Matford, doesn't there?
Yeah,
as we've mentioned before.
Yeah, absolutely. Another 90s store.
Yeah.
And 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Similar sort of stuff that we've seen before.
Yeah.
I think this is Lawrence's stall.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. A good
He had a really
stuff.
good mixture today, actually. Yeah, I thought.
That Formula One car there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much that was. That was a remote controlled thing.
Right.
Polystyle, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 1970s. Polystyle, Italian maker. Very big item. Would have been cheap at the time. But yeah, it was a nicely presented stall.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah. There you go, some more modern makers.
Now, this was a chap, we have seen him before, but he's a model kit specialist, and he had loads of Airfix kits and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Loads of it. And I just love looking at the artwork on the boxes. He wasn't cheap. He was not. The vintage ones were pricey.
Yeah.
But, lovely to see. He had the Matchbox ones as well, the Matchbox kits.
Yeah.
I said he was still setting up again once they were still putting stuff out. I did go back later on and have another closer look.
I had to check out his brushes. Brushes sometimes, because I've got a set where you could paint football figures. It's just missing the brush.
Right. Oh, he had loads there.
Yeah, I really want to measure it, and because it slots in a vac form tray. I just want one of the right length to complete it. Because it would just been a generic paintbrush from the time.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do that sometime. Things you have to do when you're a collector.
It's true.
Oh. There we go. Lots of.
Is that He-Man?
Yeah.
He-Man.
Oh, Viewmaster.
Yeah, I went through the slides actually. It was all sort of early 80s, Postman Pat, Paddington. Okay. And he had a viewer as well, the viewer was quite a vintage one.
Yeah, I looked at it.
It's like 50 quid for the whole lot, which I thought was a bit pricey actually for that stuff.
I do like Viewmasters.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Yeah, don't mind it at all. I've just a couple of bits.
Yeah, I've got some. I've had some as a kid, which I've still got.
All right,
Picked up some others since.
Best thing I ever had was a Viewmaster camera. You could take photographs.
Oh yeah.
I got it at a boot sale. Yeah, it was with a load of mounting. It was empty reels that you could mount the negatives on. It took 35mm film.
Oh wow.
But it would take 3D films. It was the whole load, like a big box of it. It was 15 quid.
Wow.
And I sorted it out. I took it into a camera specialist who I knew in the market. And he said, I'll clean it up and I'll service it for you. He just did as a favour. He said, you hardly ever see these.
No.
And I put the whole lot up as it was onto eBay. Got 250 quid.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That's scarce.
And the camera just felt it was like a proper 60s camera. It was really cool. I wish I kept it now, but it was just such a curiosity to see.
I wonder how long that was in production.
I don't know. It was the Mark II, so there was a Mark I that you could see. It was like the second version of it. Okay. But I think it was regarded as the best one that they ever did get made, Right. Now here we are. So this is diecastforecourt.com. So this is Stephen, and we met him last time, and we were both impressed with the quality of his stuff.
Yeah.
And he was here again today. It's quite a long way for him to travel. I overheard him say his next show is Coventry in July at some point.
Right.
So next month. But he's got some really high quality diecast. So we had Diecast Forecourt. That's if you want to check his website. And he remembered that I was interested in Chipperfield, so he brought some Chipperfield stock down. And if you remember, I bought some Matchbox off him last time. And a bubble car.
Yeah, you did.
Now, he did have another bubble car today, which I had a look at, but it was more like 7 or 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And because my other two are really nice, I decided to give it a miss. And I was agonising over what to buy. And in the end, I didn't buy any Matchbox of it. Okay. If you can believe it, even though we got all these lovely ones there, I ended up not buying a Matchbox of him, but I did buy something vintage, which we'll have a look at in a minute.
Oh, good.
But yeah, very, very nice store. Really nice guy as well. Yeah, he's beautifully displayed. He's been doing it a long time.
Worth supporting.
Yeah, and he's genuine. And I think as well as his website, he sells on There's another place you can say, is it Toy Trader or something like that? There's another website which does diecast. So I think he's on both platforms. So,
all right.
But an awful lot, to get out in one show. You know, he's got loads more stock at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was there, which was good to see. Some new Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah. Our friend Dave from Plymouth, he bought some.
Did he?
Mini rigs.
Did you see that? The creepy
box mini rigs. I did see the creepy
Yeah.
coop. Yeah. Yeah, he bought some box mini rigs quite cheap. I don't know what.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I didn't see them closely, but he was quite pleased to pick
Here's
them
some more early Airfix before they box. They just with the header cards.
Yeah.
Unused.
More mixtures.
Yeah. Yeah, a sea of diecast.
Yeah.
I spotted that yellow submarine. I think that was the original one, but I didn't see a price on it.
I don't know. Couldn't tell.
Usually about 300, isn't it, that one?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah, probably really nice nick, yeah.
Another Shadow.
Yeah, another Shadow Interceptor, yeah. Henry's tricycle.
Yeah. And that yellow thing
twin.
There, it's
Magic
from
Roundabout.
the plane was from an Octopussy Corgi Junior set. It's very rare one.
Yeah, it is.
But that was pretty beaten up. But it was the one from that set.
Yeah.
But he had like 65 on it, which I thought was you get a mint carded for 140.
I did spot that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit pricey.
Yeah. So was it actually marketed as a James Bond toy?
I think so. Yeah. It's wasn't it the plane and the horse box or something?
Yeah,
from Octopussy.
I thought it was released, but not actually marketed as a Bond toy. I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sure it says 007 somewhere on it. I'm sure, but
yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've checked the Corgi Juniors list. As I was looking for the full carded Kojak, I got the small one, but I was looking for the full card, and it just wasn't there. There was not one in the building. Yeah. We've seen this chap before, and I asked him this. I had a chat with him, and I asked him about those figures and like the Beatrix Potter and that. We thought they looked earlier, like 100 years old. He says they're 1950s, so only 70 years old. But and the Hank is the same, all sort of similar period of manufacture, time period of manufacture.
Yes, he's a nice guy. He does have some nice stuff as well.
There's that Tour de France thing as well. I'm going to pull the trigger on those, I think.
The Tour de France sets.
Yeah, I just think they're brilliant. And there is a variety. There's at least 3, isn't there?
I think there are 3, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get those.
We both love Le Tour, don't we?
We do love the Tour. Due to start soon.
Yeah.
Go Mark Cavendish. I think this may be his last chance.
Yeah.
He'll be sabotaged again, UNC. Poor guy.
Yeah, it doesn't always end well for
Mark.
No,
but he gives it all. Honestly, it would just be the dream story if he could make.
Yeah.
If he could just get one more.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah. There we are. A cheap and cheerful pound. I mean, you just can't go wrong with that pound, are they? Yeah. If you were a little kid and you liked it, there's another one. Another Tour de France. But if you were a little kid and you just wanted some diecast stuff, you'd be just in heaven.
See the kids who were being, around with their dads and this. And
yeah,
their eyes were bulging.
Yeah, there'll be a few there.
Such a huge array of stuff.
I know, there's so much to go through. It just almost like you didn't have the time to do it. There's just so much to check out. It really was an embarrassment of riches at this one. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, I know not everything's all TV and film related. It's not all like that, but there was definitely a percentage there this time around, which is great to see.
Awesome. Yeah. So thank you to the organisers again.
Indeed, yeah, they were really busy with it. Yeah. I did briefly get to say hello to Danny, and that was a bit. Oh, and his wife at the end, but that was
right.
Yeah, it was really they were super busy getting everything organised. They were nice, weren't they?
Striker team sets. Yeah.
Palatoy.
I had Striker as a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, still got it. It's in the loft. I used to love playing that. But I never had any of the individual team sets or anything like that. You don't see those much.
No,
Nice.
that's
I didn't spot them actually. I missed those. But yeah, good. Another Tour de France.
Yeah, another one. Yeah, there are different ones. There must be more than 3. I must look them up in the diecast.
Yeah, there's a manager's car.
And there's definitely the filming one.
That was that one. That's the one we just saw.
Yeah, they're great.
They are good fun.
For all we know, they're going to just do. Some of them might get re-released in the Corgi Model Club.
Yeah, I suppose they might, won't they?
Yeah,
eventually.
You just don't know what's going to come out. That's the thing, or what they're looking at. I don't know if there'd be so much. There might be a licensing issue. I don't know, but probably less so than the one which we would discuss up on.
Yeah,
where they've, as we publicly announced, the Batmobile is now coming to the Corgi Model Club. And here's the very last sort of stall that we looked at, and I took they had the cabinet open, so I got in and filmed up nice and close.
Yeah, some interesting bits and pieces in there.
There we are. Good stuff. Okay then, so we're not actually in the studio today. We're actually filming this in the house because we can't actually get to the studio because the builders are in, as they say. So here's my pickups first of all. Andy's will be along in a minute. So I picked up a few Matchbox. So we got 3 box Matchboxes. Now I picked this one up, even though it's in a tatty old box, which I'm not going to display. The actual model itself is beautiful. So really pleased to get those 3. This one here is one which comes with the tracks. Now these tracks are very brittle, and so the original tracks are there, but I'm going to buy a brand new set off eBay. And this one here, the Jaguar, I picked up as an upgrade because the one I've got is far the worse for wear, and it's got the wrong figure inside. So that's a little upgrade there. And from the same chap, I got this little collector's badge, which actually came with a Matchbox model itself. I can't remember which number, but I just fancied one of those for the cabinet. I picked up one Chipperfield, first one in quite some time. And it's this set here, the Chipperfield Land Rover with the elephant in cage on a trailer. It's one of the gift set number 19. Very nice indeed. I got this one from Stephen, who I bought some Matchbox off in the past. There's the elephant there. So I'm going to have a good look over that one, probably in a dedicated video. Then the last thing I got was this. Now, this is a book on Scalextrics, the Ultimate Guide. Not something that I actually collect, but I had one as a kid. And the book's £35 new. He let me have it for 15. And it's a really good overview of all the various Scalextric sets that were ever made. And this is like the 7th edition, so I guess it's been updated quite a bit over time. So really pleased to have a look through this one. And hopefully I'll find the set I had as a kid, which was the Racing Minis, the Mini 400s. So they'll be in there somewhere, no doubt. But yeah, looks really good. So that I thought was very good for 15. So that is my pickups, and I'm going to clear these away so we can have a look at Andy's. Wow. Okay, Andy. So well, I don't know quite what to say. Tom and Jerry purses
from the early 1970s.
Wow, look at that.
On the original shop display. I do like a shop display.
You do indeed, but look at this.
I've got one like this of Thunderbird's purses from the 60s.
Really?
Yeah. But I just thought that's unusual. You don't see those purses much individually.
And they're all...
There's about 4 different ones, I think. Yeah, 4 different designs.
Incredible. Yeah.
But
that's amazing, Anne.
How often do you see that?
Well, you just don't, do you? Look at that. That is quite literally amazing, mate. I'm shocked.
As you can see, copyright date 71, so I guess they're from there or thereabouts.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Right, so we've had to pull, well, the studio wouldn't have been big enough for this. So last time we were at Shepton, we saw this posted, didn't we, Andy?
Yeah, I think it was maybe even the time before we saw this up there, and I ummed and ahmed and didn't buy it because I hadn't got the space to display it. Well, I've better let that stop me before. Didn't expect to see it again, but there it was. This time, no messing around. Italian UFO poster from 1974. Because they did a number of edited together movies, cinemas.
Turn them into bonus length episodes. Yeah.
So here we are.
Wow.
think it might have possibly been the first one, not 100% sure. Frendiletti Vivi, which I think means Take Them Alive. Yeah, very nice.
Incredible, and an absolutely incredible piece. A real gem. Like you say, who cares if you've got room for it or not? Awesome. Right then, so I think you could say that this is find of the day, Andy.
I think so.
I've never ever seen one of these, and we've been looking at Batman toys for quite literally decades, mate, you know, and we've never come across one of these. So it's the Batman Tracergraph by
M&E.
M&E, yes.
Toys, American, 60s. Copyright date on it, 66.
66, so Batman TV show time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I doubt this couldn't have come out in the UK.
No, absolutely not, no.
So you got all these things in a folder there, a little packet.
Yeah.
And
this is the unit itself.
This is the unit which you plugged into the mains.
It's got the American Power lead there.
Yeah, you've got your little section at the top with coloured pencils in.
And Batman, you see your pencils underneath there.
Yeah. And it was a light.
So you would put this sheet.
You would put the sheet on top of there.
On
that
there,
would
which would light up, yeah.
And you could put the tracing paper on
top of that
your
again.
chosen sheet.
Yeah, I see.
Whichever one you used, and make your own pictures.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What a great piece. I mean, it looks virtually unused,
yeah,
doesn't
it is virtually, yes. There's a little bit of some of the tracing paper's been used slightly.
Astonishing.
And the box is in incredible condition for its time.
Yeah, I mean, just amazing.
And this is from our friend Steve Haynes, who picked up recently in America.
Right.
Brought it back.
A fantastic piece, rarely seen in the UK.
That was a terrific find.
Yeah.
And he let me have it for a very nice price.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing piece. What a display item.
Yeah.
Stunning, mate. Absolutely stunning. That's, one of the best finds
very pleased with
in
that
a long time. Yeah. Wow. Wowee. Thank you, Shepton.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just do our sum up now. Thank you very much for coming along today. I hope you've enjoyed the show and our pickups today as well. If you have, do please give it that thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular vintage toy fair action. Special shout out to our friend Dave, who we met for the first time today.
Yeah, hi Dave.
And see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.